Hey folks, it's Mr. Parsons here coming back at you with another book talk. Today we're going to be talking about this book right here, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. Now, you may recognize the name of this book because it was recently made into a major motion picture by Disney. It's actually the second movie that's been made from this book. The recent one from Disney is starring Oprah and Reese Witherspoon. It was an incredible film. And so you may recognize the name of this book. But the book's even better. So let me tell you about it. First of all, growing up, I was more into sports than any other subject. So I looked up to guys like, Michael Jordan or Wayne Gretzky. But my son is big into science. He loves Albert Einstein and Charles Darwin. Those are his heroes. Well, he loved this book. It's science fiction. If you have not read science fiction, this is a great place to start. And maybe you don't like science fiction, but you just really want a great roller coaster of a story. Well, this is for you as well. So let me tell you a little bit about the story. This story focuses on a family that's got a bunch of kids. They're all sciencey and super smart. And the father is actually a scientist, and he's working on a concept called a tesseract. Now, a tesseract is to a cube as a cube is to a square. So if you think about a square being flat and then a cube being three-dimensional version of that, well, a tesseract extends that idea one step further. So imagine there's another line going off the corners of the square to an even bigger square. And that is a scientific principle that kind of think four-dimensionally. And so he's studying these, and then all of a sudden, boom, disappears one day. And so the kids are left kind of mourning the absence of their father. They don't really know how to explain what's going on. And it turns out that the Tesseract is essentially a wrinkle in time. It allows for time travel and shape shifting. And so they end up having a meeting with this old lady who lives next door. And this old lady is actually not an old lady, and there's three of them. They actually turn out to be supernatural beings. They're exploded stars, basically. And they help the kids go on this journey through the Tesseract, through the wrinkle in time, to try and rescue their father from this evil kind of presence that's in the universe that's trying to take over things. I don't want to get too much more into the story because I don't want to give any of the key plot details away. But if you like massive like roller coaster type action and just cool sciencey type stuff, this is an awesome book. It's won the Newbery Medal for best young adult fiction. It's been extremely popular with young adults for a long time. So like there's a lot of people, not just me, that really believe this is an awesome book. So I want to share with you, this is Meg waking up after her first encounter with these strange old ladies who are time traveling, exploded stars, crazy, whatever. But this is her waking up from that and thinking it was maybe a dream. So this is Meg, one of the main characters. When Meg woke up to the jangling of her alarm clock, the wind was still blowing, but the sun was shining. The worst of the storm was over. She sat up in bed, shaking her head to clear it. It must have been a dream. She'd been frightened by the storm and worried about the tramps, so she just dreamed about going down to the kitchen and seeing Mrs. Whatsit and having her mother get all frightened and upset by that word. What was it? Tess something. She dressed hurriedly, picked up the kitten still curled up on the bed, and dumped it unceremoniously on the floor. The kitten yawned, stretched, and gave a piteous meow, trotted out of the attic and down the stairs. Meg made her bed and hurried after it. In the kitchen, her mother was making French toast, and the twins were already at the table. The kittens were lapping milk out of a saucer. "Where's Charles?" Meg asked. "Still asleep. We had rather an interrupted night, if you remember." "I hoped it was a dream," Meg said. Her mother carefully turned over four slices of French toast and then said in a steady voice, "No, Meg, don't hope it